Hi guys, rubber band powered time, 3D printing time. You probably know that I like rubber band powered cars, so having got a new 3D printer, I had a look through what was available already and came up with this design here that I rather like the look of, because it uses gears to drive the car forwards. Done by John Goodwin back in October 2015. I'll put links in the video description, but if you want to jump ahead, it's on Thingiverse and it's 1077994 if you want to look it up. I'll follow his instructions as far as I can, but I've had a couple of ideas while I've been looking at this, and I printed off a few extra bits that I'll show you later. So at the moment, this is exactly how you can print it off all in one go, and you need a bit of 6mm dowel, or 1/4 inch to be exact, 6 point something millimeters, which happens to be a good tight fit, or should be, in these bits. Now that's a good point. It's quite loose in them. I tried it in there and it was a tight fit. Alright, well that's disappointing. It was tight when I tried it. Yeah, tight in there. Tight in the... I'm using the other end of it now. So obviously this bit of dowel is a bit thicker at this end than it is at this end. Well, that's worth knowing. Bought this from B&Q. 80p this cost me. Yeah, and 6mm is slightly less than 1/4 inch anyway, so you'll have to allow for that. You might need to glue it rather than rely on the little teeth that are on the inside of the parts here. Right, so first thing we need to do is get the bits out. Hopefully they'll come out easily enough. That's the main axle assembly. You might need to clean it out to make sure it runs freely. When I do my rubber band powered cars, I don't usually use an axle as thick as this, because the thicker it is, the more friction you get around the edges. Never mind, that's what we've got, and then we've got this piece. That's going to go on there in a minute. That's a nice tight fit. Okay. Can't remember what those bits are for at this moment, but we will find out. I know what that bit is. That's the nose, or the front end, with the hook on it for the rubber band. That one's not coming off quite so cleanly. Oh, that's it. Okay, so that's the front end, and that's where your front axle goes. Oh, that's gone on the floor. We'll have to find that in a second. These are the wheel hubs, and it's designed to work with coasters or beer mats for the wheels, which we will do, but what I'll do is I'll cut some discs out of a bit of old cardboard. That should be big enough. And here are the bits that I really like the look of, the gears. I'll probably make 3 videos out of this. I'll put the main build on my rubber band channel. It's called Putarubberbandonit, which is probably what you're watching at the moment. I'll probably do a boring time-lapse video of these being printed, because I like that. I like watching paint dry and watching these things being printed. And I'll do a short one on my main channel, Grandad is an Old Man, just to alert people that I've done it, because not many people watch my rubber band power channel. More people watch the Grandad is an Old Man one. Right, I need to cut this into lengths. Again, there's a link in the video description to his build page on some website. So, I mean, I can't remember the exact dimensions here. I think that's something like 4, 6.5, 9.5, and 19. But again, you'll have to look at his website to get the details. I'll cut them up though, and we'll come back. Right, cut me bits up. I do find it frustrating that you get so much waste on the plastic, and I think when I've used up this reel of plastic, or PLA, I'll be looking at the biodegradable stuff, see if that's any good. I've noticed it's available. It's probably 10 times as expensive. I've no idea yet, but I did notice it was available. Right, this piece is going to go through here, and that piece goes on it there. I need a bit of wood, I think. Just so I can push it through. That one's going to go on there. That's a bit of a loose fit now, so we might be putting a bit of glue on there. But that's got to be, that's the stopper to take the stress in that direction, so that that isn't rubbing against there. Hope that makes some sort of sense. And then that bit is going to go on there. So we might need a bit of glue on there and a bit of glue on there. Super glue, I would think. Yeah, because that's turning far too easily. But we'll just push it together so we've got an idea of distances. So that one's going to go through there, onto there. Again, don't want to break it. At the moment, I've no experience with 3D plastic, PLA, so I've no real confidence in its strength. Right, clearly that's got to come back a bit further, hasn't it? So we need to get that adjusted. A bit further. I'm pushing this one down. That's now slipped off. I want it over there. It's clearly got to come a bit further. That looks about right. And then across this way, what holds it in place is going to be the wheel hubs. And because I like CDs instead of cardboard, I've actually redesigned these bits. That's what I'll show you. I've just printed these bits off. The idea is that's going to fit on there, and then we can either tape or glue CDs on and use them instead of the cardboard, but that's going to come later. So at the moment we're just trying to get this positioned about right. Don't want them too close together, otherwise it's all going to bind. Yeah, still a bit too close. Right, that's looking good at the moment. I'm going to put some glue on there and on there. Then the rubber band just loops around there. And then this bit goes in there. And that bit goes on there. So what are those bits for? I've forgotten now. Oh, I know what they are. They're the outside bits. Yeah, that's right, they go on the outside to hold the cardboard wheels in place. I'm sticking that one the wrong way round. Right, so a bit of super glue just to hold them together. Right, that far we're assembled. I've put some super glue on there and on there and on there, so hopefully it won't be pulled along, because that's the problem. Rubber band pulling on there is like to just pull all this down. So, right, now we need some wheels. I don't have any suitable coasters or beer mats, so I'll just make some out of cardboard. So let's make those holes a little bit bigger. Just a thought, if I push that through there, then I know where to make those holes. Oh dear. Alright. Just have to make the holes then. Those got to go on there. Make them just a bit bigger still. There we go. I must say that is a very neat little touch. That also means you can wind it up. Okay, this end, need this piece. Now on his build video he's got a couple of little wooden wheels that go on there. I'm going to use these that I printed earlier on for this idea, hubs for my CDs, but they're a little bit bigger than I had in mind. I got my measurements wrong, so I'm going to drill a 6mm hole through there and then just put them on there. So I'll get my electric drill out and drill them. So that's a deviation from his original build. So there we are, that's my wheels, a little bit tight. Okay, and this, I've just got a couple of rubber bands joined together. Should be able to push that through there. With a bit of luck. Come on, through. Into there. Right, if we wind it up backwards, then it should go forwards when we release it, shouldn't it? Might need a stronger rubber band, don't know. Those are my cheap Poundland rubber bands. They're actually silicone, I think, rather than rubber, and they do have a habit of breaking when I use them like this. Got the general idea there. You could just push it back. We'll wind it up. This is going to take a lot of turns, isn't it, to wind that up. It's going to need quite a bit to have enough power to actually move it. Yeah, I've found this with gear-driven rubber band powered cars. They need quite a lot of power at this end. It's a different way of driving the car forwards. Plus you've got the extra friction of the gears. Test run time. Oh, we've got a bit of a left turn. Right, we'll try that again. Because there could be a bend in the dowel, because it wasn't very straight. Oh, definitely got a left turn. I should think if I twist that dowel around a bit, it might straighten it up. We'll give it another run. I've twisted that dowel round a bit to try and make it point the other way if it is twisted. And I'll set it off at a bit of a right hand turn anyway. Yeah, still got a left turn on it. I'm going to have to do something about that. It could be that I haven't aligned the bottom section there properly, which is a problem because I've now glued that in place. So we might have to just live with it doing a left turn, because we're only doing this as a demonstration of the build, and that will be something worth learning, won't it? Make sure you've got it straight before you glue it. That works. As a bonus, we'll have a look, see whether these CD hubs that I've made will do the job. Gonna have to put a bit of glue on them or something, because they're not supposed to spin on there, they're supposed to grip. Maybe a bit of double-sided sticky tape. Right, I've got some thin double-sided sticky tape here, so we'll see if we can use that just to put an edge around there to give it a bit of grip. So you could glue it, but I don't want to glue it at the moment. So we just want some little bits on there. Oh, stuck to my finger, that's not quite what I had in mind. Alright, let's try that. Thin slices. Glue would be better. I'll just try it like this for now. This is that annoying stuff that you have trouble getting the white backing off. You might say, why don't I just use glue? Well, I actually want to use these CDs on something else afterwards. So Oh yes, that's much better. So that was some thin strips. And then trim it. Oh, that came off on me. That might work. Ignore me chatting to myself while I'm doing it. I hate this stuff. Absolutely hate it. Goes everywhere you don't want it to go. Okay, a little bit of sticky. Okay, so that's in place. Sorry, John, I've put stuff over your name. Not intentional. So can we get these other wheels off without misaligning everything? Still a power on there. Okay. Be handy if we use the CDs. Looks okay, so we'll give it a run. So, CDs for wheels. I would say that was going faster, wouldn't you? Well, I'm rather pleased with that. So yeah, it worked with the cardboard wheels, and I do like this way of holding them in place. But my little modification so I could use CDs worked absolutely fine. I'll put the thingiverse, or what's the other one, Tinkercad link in for my little modification there. In the video description. So that's it, job done.